Well, they're filing into PNC Park. All the buzz, all the excitement, because Garrett Cole makes his Major League debut tonight as the Pirates host the defending World Series champion, San Francisco Giants. It's the first of three against the Giants, the first of a 6-game homestand. Greg Brown along with Bob Walk. And Bob, you can relate your Major League debut. There's nothing like it, right?
There is nothing like it. He's got to be so excited. I know that it's probably a little more expected, for a guy like Cole being the #1 pick, but for anybody, no matter where they're picked, today's a day that they really look forward to. And of course, it's well-deserved. This year at Indianapolis, they really did a great job mowing down just about everybody. Tons of strikeouts, definitely a power strikeout type pitcher.
Garrett Cole at AAA Indianapolis, especially his last 3 starts, outstanding. He has a scoreless inning streak going of 19 consecutive innings without allowing a run. So, Bob, the numbers are there for Garrett Cole.
Yeah, didn't spend a long time in the minor leagues, just 14-10, but 2.84 ERA. You're going to move up fast, especially with his pedigree, and we get to see him tonight. We've been talking about this moment for a long time.
The waiting is over. Garrett Cole and the Bucs ready to play ball against the San Francisco Giants next.
Pittsburgh Pirates select Garrett Cole.
Since those words were spoken 2 years ago, the Pirates and their fans have eagerly awaited this day. The day Garrett Cole's talent and promise become a reality. The day Garrett Cole makes his big league debut. And Garrett Cole takes the field for the first time at PNC Park. And the crowd continues to file in. Huge walk-up sale. When it was announced over the weekend, ticket sales picked up dramatically. Tuesday nights normally not that big a draw, but tonight's a different story. We are excited about Gerrit Cole. And Bob, expectations are so high, it's almost like he can't possibly meet what the expectations are.
I agree. It doesn't make any difference to me whether he's a first-round pick, or first pick overall or all that, because this is tough, going out there for your first time and winning a ball game. It's tough to go out there and win a ball game. Let's say if you're A.J. Burnett, there's a lot of stuff out of your control. You just can't, have anything as far as, how many runs are going to get scored for me. What kind of defense that you see the Chevrolet numbers this season in Indy. So the best thing he can do, and I was talking about this a little bit before the game, is just try to control his emotions as far as, okay, he's there. This is it. This is what I've worked for my whole life. You got to control those emotions and then just pitch like you always have. That's tough. Easy to say, tough to do. I'm sure that advice has been given to him over and over and over and over again the last 24 hours. But that's it. Just relax, take a deep breath, use the rosin pack when you need to kind of take a little time out. And even Pedro right there.
Former first-round pick himself, a lot of expectations.
And probably, the last guy that we've really had these kind of expectations about him. We talked about Pedro a ton, as he came up. And so Pedro, he really knows right now what Cole is going through right this moment.
Boy, what a reaction the fans just had. That was unbelievable. Strike one, 96 miles per hour. I mean, the place went crazy just as Gregor Blanco was stepping to the plate.
They immediately threw the ball out.
Oh, boy. 0-2.
He's throwing 96 first couple, so he's got the plus fastball going right away.
Blanco just tried to slap at that fastball, nowhere close. How will his first
It's funny that
inning go?
Blanco's the guy taking a deep breath.
Wow. 99 and what a start.
Oh, wow.
This place is electric. One batter into his major league career.
Well, let the 99 speak for itself here, I think.
My goodness. Listen. Marco Scudero. Fastball inside. Scudero, this is going to be an interesting test. Tied for fourth in the league in hitting, 332. Second toughest man in the league to strike out. 37-year-old veteran. Nothing but fastballs so far from Cole, who said the other night, I talked to him at his hotel when he arrived here in Pittsburgh. He said, no expectations. I've been thinking about this since I was 5 years old. Lined into right and a base hit. So a one-out single for Scudero after the strikeout of Blanco. Take a look at the rest of the Giants lineup. Blanco, Scudero, then Buster Posey. Hunter Pencil hit cleanup. Brandon Belt bats fifth. It's Andres Torres and Brandon Crawford. Joaquin Arias, the third baseman, Tim Lincecum on the mound. They placed Pablo Sandoval, Kung Fu Panda, on the DL today. Their third baseman. Buster Posey hitting 302. Another fastball.
I only got to see him one time in Bradenton, and I really didn't see that overpowering great stuff. And man, it's here in spades right now, just coming out firing BBs.
Another fastball.
Keeping it simple.
Now he finally went away from the breaking ball, and he got Posey at a fly ball to McCutcheon.
He's not shying away from contact, that's for sure. He is filling up that strike zone. He has thrown 8 strikes. There's the changeup. Done him a little favor right there, but thrown 8 strikes and only 1 ball. That was one of the things I wanted to watch right away. You know, is he going to go after the hitters? Is he going to have that confidence? Well, that's been answered already. The first 3 guys going right after him.
97 to Pence.
Wonder what a veteran umpire like Wally Bell is thinking right now. I mean, he's probably also been reading the papers, listening to some maybe sports radio today.
Wow.
Knowing how important this is.
Bob, you see he's just out. He's just throwing bullets. I mean, it is exploding.
Like Verlander when he starts to like add a little extra late in the game.
Oh, there's the slider that Pence laid off.
Watch how far this ball breaks. It looks like it's swept from the inside corner all the way to about 3 inches off. How did Pence not just at least check swing at that?
Ground ball and diving stop by Barmes, but he will not get the runner at second. Great stop by Barmes. But an infield hit for Pence. 2 on and 2 out.
Not hit all that hard at all. And this might tell you, you see the fastball is in just above the label, and that kind of tells you how he laid off that breaking ball, because he was waiting so long to pull the trigger on the fastball. Gets jammed. Just a 3-hopper, but it was well placed.
Now it's Brandon Belt. 98. Appeal on the third base umpire. Mike Machlinski said he offered. Originally, Wally Bell said no.
That Hunter Pence at bat, that slider, that's something that he'll see more at this level than he has seen in the minor leagues. In the minor leagues, you're going to get a swing and a miss at that slider he threw. The way he is throwing so hard, probably about 80% of the time, I would say. But at the big league level, they'll be able to make some adjustment on the fastball and not get up there to where they're having to chase it. So, guys like Pence that are choking up on the bat, and they'll still be able to lay off that good slider.
He gets ahead again. This time of Brandon Belt 1-2.
So one of the things he can do to prevent that is say, okay, if you're going to be that defensive, I'm going to stay with the fastball, like he did to Pence, and jammed it pretty well.
Oh, 99.
Just 99. And in a pretty good spot, too.
Didn't get a call.
Up and in. I mean, it was perfect placement for that fastball. There wasn't anything really that Belt was going to be able to do with that. They'll try and go in there again.
Pop them up. Welcome to the show, Garrett Cole. A 0 on the board. After Garrett Cole puts up the 0 in the top half. Now Bucks try to get him a run or two. Lineup's brought to you by Toyota. Starling Marte, Travis Snyder, Andrew McCutcheon, 1, 2, 3. Garrett Jones hits cleanup. Then it's Russell Martin and Pedro Alvarez, who has 3 homers his last 7 games. Neil Walker, Clint Barmas, and Cole against a 2-time Cy Young Award winner and a former first-round pick, Tim Lincecum.
Well, Lincecum, I can remember when he first came up, he had stuff similar to what we just saw from Cole, but not really anymore.
The center fielder Blanco needs some sunglasses. Center fielder and the left fielder still to be concerned about the sun. So Tim Lincecum had one of his better starts of the season his last time out.
From what I understand, looking at some of his charts, really used his fastball very well.
7 innings against Toronto, 1 run, 3 hits, 1 walk, struck out 6.
When he first came to the big leagues, and we faced him first couple of years, he was very much a power guy. The first game that he ever pitched against us, I believe, was in San Francisco, and the first time through the lineup, I'm not sure we fouled more than 2 or 3 balls off. I mean, he was amazing. He didn't last very long that day, but he was incredibly impressive. And he has pitched like a star for most of his career, obviously. But a little of that velocity and a little of his stuff has left him as he's gotten a little older.
July 27, 2009, struck out 15 Pirates for a career high. And it's ball 1 on Starling Marte. 6th career start against the Pirates for Lincecum. 1 and 2, a 4.45 ERA against Pittsburgh, and it's 2 balls and no strikes on Starling Marte. 3 hits in his last 7 at bats after he had been through a 14 at bat hitless string. And it's 3-0. Garrett Cole.
He's a little nervous. He didn't want to sit down. Maybe not sure where to sit down.
Yeah.
He's going to stand. I like it.
Well, Bob, between innings, right after that first inning, you and I took our headsets off and said, now that was like Strasburg. Strasburg struck out 14 against the Pirates in his debut in D.C.
It was amazing. And my expectations as far as velocity were not nearly as high. From what we saw in spring training, was like, okay, he's got better than average stuff, but he's not really just blowing it by everybody. That inning was awesome. I mean, I think his worst velocity was about 95 maybe, up to 99. I mean, he was really showing that when he wants to, he can be a true power guy.
To the count on Marte. And a leadoff walk. Well, all the hype of Steven Strasburg. It was June 8, 2010 in D.C. Made his major league debut against the Pirates. 7 innings, 4 hits, 2 runs. Did not walk a batter. Struck out 14. Delwyn Young had a 2-run homer off of him. That was pretty much it. And he just was electric. And interestingly enough, you talk to some of the Washington Nationals people, they say that might have been one of the worst things to happen to Steven Strasburg because he set the bar so high. And he has been trying to match it ever since. Still a really outstanding pitcher, but again, unfair expectations. We talked about that with Garrett Cole. If he pitches lights out tonight, does he set the bar that way?
Well, I'm going to, for me, no. I mean, because I realize
you're a pitcher.
Yeah, I know that there's going to be ups and downs. I don't care who you are. You see Verlander go out there and have a bad game every now and then. I mean, he doesn't strike out 14 every night. So, what the heck? If he goes out there and just has a phenomenal game tonight, that's not going to, for me, and I don't think for a lot of other fans.
Marte took off on a breaking ball, and he steals the base. His 18th.
I think most Pittsburgh fans are smart enough to know that, you're not going to just throw your glove out on the field and throw a shutout every night. Good jump, head down. Nothing but a straight steal.
Now Travis Snyder can pull the ball to the right side and at least get Marte over for McCutcheon.
It's a big steal. You can get to second base there, nobody out. Can be moved into scoring position with an out. Scored on another out. Take a lead and not even get a hit, perhaps.
Almost got a piece of Snyder, 2-2. Lincecum a little bit of trouble with his command early on here. Been at times all over the place. But he strikes out Travis Snyder. One away. So Garrett Cole making his highly anticipated debut tonight out of college, and we take a look at the #1 overall draft picks to start in their major league debuts. These college pitchers: Mike Moore in 1982, Andy Bennis in 1989, Paul Wilson in 96 with the Mets, the Pirates out of Clemson, Chris Benson, and Steven Strasburg 3 years ago. So this doesn't happen too often. #1 overall draft picks to make their major league debuts as starters out of college. A short list. Bounce to third, and look out, Marte is tagged out. Arias unassisted. Marte ran right to him.
I don't understand. Watch it, and I mean, what happened there?
It's almost like he thought there were 2 outs.
That is the only explanation, is he didn't know how many outs there were. That's the one thing that the Pirates still occasionally they have some stuff go on in the bases that it's hard to explain. We had the other day McCutcheon won. It's not just the last game in Chicago.
Yeah,
there was McCutcheon
trying to steal a base with the team
thrown
down
out
a bunch.
Yeah, down 3 runs in the 9th, got thrown out. I don't know, but Marte obviously just ran right to him and had to think that there was 2 outs.
Which honestly is hard to believe, but it's the only explanation. I mean, he's the first batter of the game. Snyder struck out, and McCutcheon is the 3rd man in the order. But it is the only explanation. Garrett Jones. McCutcheon has 14 steals, caught 4 times. Tim Lincecum, 2-time Cy Young Award winner. Ball, no strikes on Jones. And there goes McCutcheon. It's taken for a strike. McCutcheon has a stolen base. 15 steals for McCutcheon.
Pirates speed guys taking advantage of that slow delivery. Not getting the ball home very fast. Yeah. Pirate base stealers a pretty good jump.
It's a ball and 2 strikes on Jones. McCutcheon now in scoring position for him.
Well, that steal kind of erases the Marte blunder, because you would have had McCutcheon thrown out at first and Marte at second in this situation. You just have replaced him with McCutcheon was all.
Blanco toward the track in left center field makes the play. After one, it's 0-0. Garrett Cole back to the mound. Andy Rodriguez today placed on the 15-day disabled list with tightness in his left forearm. Tried throwing aside the other day, but was shut down early. That opened up the 25-man roster spot for Garrett Cole. Injury update brought to you by our friends at Allegheny Sports Medicine, official medical provider of the Pirates. Andy Rodriguez stationed between Francisco Liriano and Jeff Locke. Good one. We're going to see some great signs, I have a feeling.
Sign store, they got up early this morning.
They did. Probably paid a hefty price for that one. That was a good one.
Yes, that was a nice one. That was one from the premier section of the store.
Yeah.
In fact, I think that was the one they had the windows for. I drove by.
Really?
Yeah.
What a start for Garrett Cole. That strikeout of Gregor Blanco, and then after the base hit by Scudero, got Posey to fly out on the changeup. Pence reached on the infield hit, and then Belt popped up. Switch hitting left fielder Andres Torres. Torres is hitting just .211 from this side of the plate. He hits .323 as a right-hand batter. Strike one. And this ball lined into right. A couple of fastballs, 93 and 94. The 94-mile-per-hour fastball was rifled into right field. The third hit for San Francisco.
Got that one away a little bit. Went out, hooked it, pulled it. That'll tell him something. And there's a little learning process of the hitter's going to go through his mind, and right there he's going to remember that Torres went out on a pitch that was on the outside corner and pulled it hard to right field. The hitter does that, got to start changing up on him a little bit. I think if he wants to pull the ball in, pull a couple foul, get ahead of him, run some balls in on his hands so that he's not so anxious to get out there and pull that pitch away.
Torres, good speed. He has stolen only 2 bases in 3 attempts. That is one area we will be watching, because in the minors, that was a trouble spot for Garrett Cole, at least in terms of the numbers. In 2 years, 38 attempts of stolen bases and only 6 caught.
Well, you can see, like Lincecum, he's got a nice leg kick. He's not real quick to the plate.
This year he caught 1 out of 16. He actually picked off 2 while at AAA Indy. Indianapolis was rained out tonight, so a lot of Garrett Cole's teammates, manager Dean Trainer and his pitching coach Tom Filer are watching this one with great pride. Broken bat, fly ball, Snyder. So Cole's delivery, Bob.
We'll take a look at it. You can see that that leg kick where he brings the knee up about even with his belt. He snaps forward, that front leg snapping straight, so he got a firm base really to rotate those hips, his upper body against. Now some guys they'll throw over a bent front leg, and other guys you'll see them snap that front leg straight. Kind of like hitters. You'll see the guys, the hitters that'll swing with a lot of weight left back on their back leg, and then there's other hitters that'll get out over top of that front leg. It's the same with pitching.
.22 years old, drafted out of UCLA, and a bouncing ball that's through, and the runner Torres a bluff start towards second, and Clint Barmas headed over that way as the pitch was being delivered, then put on the brakes, and the ball bounced into left.
It looked like there was a little bit of a slide step going on. The two-seamer that trying to get a ground ball accomplished that.
Well, yeah, was just shuffling that way.
Yeah, it's still just a little bit opening up that hole. But there was a little slide step going home. I think Torres was maybe going to run on that pitch, Greg, and because of the slide step, he called it off, stopped.
Come trying to sacrifice the runners. Ball 1. He looks different without the long hair, doesn't he?
Not much with the bat. He does have 3 sacrifice bunts.
Wants it right toward third. 5-4. Time for the whiff, brought to you by Head and Shoulders, now with Old Spice. And Garrett Cole's first batter of his major league career, he whiffed him, Gregor Blanco.
3 spicy fastballs. Just overpowered it. Kind of showing everybody in the ballpark right away what exactly he can do when it comes to throwing hard.
And now with 2 men in scoring position, it's Blanco at the plate. First pitch fastball at 97 in on him.
Blanco kind of shaking his head a little bit, thinking, wow, that rushes it up there a little.
Oh, 97 and 98.
Listen to the crowd.
Yep. Foul ball.
I think they wanted to swing and a miss.
99. Cole struck out 47 in 68 innings this season in the minors.
That pitch got out across the plate just enough for him to get the bat on it. If it would have been in where Martin was putting that target, I think he would have got his strike 3 swing and a miss. Martin wants to go in there again. He's not getting the ball in. It's out just enough.
One of the things the Pirates talked about when he was optioned back to the minor leagues out of spring training was to improve on the fastball command. Keeps pumping fastballs toward Blanco. Whoa, hit him 97.
He made sure he got that one inside.
Man.
See, he had missed a couple times out over the plate, and he was determined that he wasn't going to miss again, and he just overcompensated. And well, Blanco is just like wearing it right now. Ouch. Right in the ribs. Man, he might have got out of there just enough to get it to glance a little.
I don't care what you say. I don't care if that's a glance or not. It's 97.
Did Martin catch that ball?
No.
Oh, okay.
It deflected off his leg after it hit Blanco on the ribs. Now Scudero with the bases loaded, and again the second toughest man to strike out in the league. Tough with men in scoring position. He's singled in the first. And the first real big test in Cole's major league career comes here in the second inning. Giants as a whole don't strike out much. In fact, they have struck out the fewest times in the National League. He's out in front 0-2. With a breaking ball there. Mainly fastballs for Garrett Cole so far tonight.
And mainly strikes.
Fly ball towards Snyder. And Cole gets out of it. 2 zeros on the board.
Cole gets out of his first big league jam, and mom and family are extremely happy to see Garrett get out of that jam. And Garrett's mother, Sharon, is right here to talk about her son making his first appearance here in the big league. Sharon, what was that moment like when your son took to the mound, cheers all over the place, and striking out his first big league batter on 3 pitches?
It was so exciting. I don't think I've ever been in a more electrified setting as PNC Park. I could hardly breathe, first of all, from the first pitch to the last of that first inning. But these fans just were outstanding. They just welcomed him with all of their excitement. It was wonderful.
So your nerves a little bit better right now?
They're a little better right now. It takes me about one inning, see how Garrett's doing, and then I start to breathe.
You know, you didn't talk to Garrett today as he got ready for the game, but you guys had dinner last night. What can you tell us about what the conversation was like and what was his demeanor?
It was very subdued. We had a really lovely dinner. We all flew in yesterday afternoon. And, you know, he really just tries to low-key it. He doesn't talk a lot, he doesn't want to really talk about baseball. We just talk about general things, and he wants to just be low-key. It's part of, I think, whatever his routine is, getting ready before a game. So that's what we did. We just had a nice, quiet dinner, and he actually went back to the hotel early.
Very nice. Now, Garrett said he was disappointed and frustrated when he was sent down during spring training. What advice did you have for him to help him kind of learn from that experience and get prepared for the day for today?
Well, had to see that. Probably, well, what did I say? We all have to go through disappointments. Our time will come. I knew his time was going to come, and it would come when he was ready for it. So it just made him, I think, a little hungrier, although he's pretty hungry. But he hung in there. He did the work he needed to do, and he just concentrated on himself and what he needed to accomplish down in the minors.
Well, Sharon, we're done bugging you. Enjoy the rest of the night with your family and friends, okay?
Very much. Thank you.
So, Greg, there you go. Between 17 and 20, family and friends, they estimate here watching Gerrit Cole's big league debut.
That is awesome stuff. Thank you, Robbie. And Sharon Cole, really, really neat. See Mom watching her son. And there's the very strong Pedro Alvarez after Russell Martin singled to left. Alvarez fights that off and singles into center.
The Giants deciding not to put the shift on with Pedro up there, and they pay the price. This ball is hit right where normally everybody has somebody standing, and they put that shift on. It takes away that hole on that side of second base. Nobody there, and so that little fister just kind of lands right on the edge of the grass.
Bruce Bochy, old school.
Yes, very much so.
Not shifting.
You might think about maybe moving the shortstop over to that side of the bat next time. Maybe not.
Neil Walker takes ball one.
That shift is certainly becoming more and more popular, as we've seen in the last couple of years. More teams employing it on a lot of different players, not just the big power guys.
One ball, one strike. Lincecum was a first-round pick, like Cole. In 2006, he was the 10th choice overall that season out of the University of Washington. His debut came after just 13 minor league starts. On May 6th, 2007, he made his major league debut against the Phillies. He went 4 1/3, gave up 5 runs and a pair of homers. Shane Victorino and Ryan Howard went deep off Lincecum, who next year won the first of 2 Cy Young Awards. Another ball that's fought off into shallow center field, and that's going to drop in. Leyva will hold Martin, who slides on the grass, putting on the brakes. The bases are loaded. A line drive and then 2 balls fought off by Alvarez and Walker.
That's looked like a cutter. They tried to cut it in, you can tell by the release. It did its work. It got inside, got in on the hands. Sometimes it's better to be a little lucky than good. And that ball falls in. Been a few base hits like that tonight, hasn't there? By both teams. The hitters have the edge when it comes to the good fortune so far. See if Clint Barmas can continue that trend. Find a hole or find some grass in the outfield to land the ball into.
Bases loaded, no one out. Barmes 3 for 19 in his career against Lincecum. It's a 158 average. One of those hits a home run. Russell Martin at third, Pedro Alvarez at second base, and at first it's Neil Walker. 3 straight hits to start the bottom of the second inning. On deck is Garrett Cole. 1 ball, 1 strike count on Barmes. Cole has just 6 professional at-bats. 0 for 6 with 3 sacrifice bunts.
His first hit will truly be his first hit.
Two count now on Barmes. Lincecum in a second inning jam. Now it's 3-2.
After that curveball, try to get a chase and a strikeout. First few years Lincecum came up, but the great fastball and that curveball was so tough to lay off of. You'd have to kind of gear up to catch up to his fastball. And you get a lot of chases on that hook that he just threw.
3-2 popped up toward the seats. Belt maybe with room. Reaching in and making an outstanding catch. Brandon Belt. Barmes fouls out, 1 away.
We needed somebody to be a little more aggressive over in the stands. Kind of fighting for this ball. Let's take a look.
Oh, that young fan tried too.
Yeah. But you can't mess with them when they're on their side of the fence. But when they reach into the seats, it's anybody's ball game.
That's your territory.
Yep, you can go for that ball just like they can.
Now the infield in. Cole takes a strike.
Of course, they frown on that in Chicago. It's nice. It's coming prepared.
Yeah.
Good. Cole maybe doing a little talking there.
Base is still loaded, 1 out. Cole's first big league at bat. Oh, lays off.
Nice.
2-2.
Look at that little slider. Decided to say no to.
Look at Mom there watching.
She's fine
Her
now.
boy. She's fine.
Yeah. That 1 inning. That's all it took. I think the crowd would do it with a base hit here.
Oh my
They make
goodness.
some noise. Wow. Change up.
3-2. Think she's fine, huh?
Oh yeah, look at her.
Fights that off in the right center field. No way! No way! Oh my gosh, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. They're riding the Cole train tonight, aren't they? In Western PA. Martin and Alvarez score. Walker to third. Garrett Cole gives himself a 2-0 lead. Watch Mom.
Greg, can you write a script better than right now, huh? I do see one thing that he needs to work on, though.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh, and 1. Unbelievable. In front of Marte, 0-2. Martin, Alvarez, Walker lead off singles to load them up. Barmes fouls out, and Garrett Cole, his first major league at bat, had only 6 official ABs in the minors.
He's going to have a nice collection of baseballs maybe at the end of the night. First hit, first RBI, first pitch, hopefully first win.
Bouncing ball. Nice job there by Arias. Knew he was not going to get 2 with Marte. Walker is thrown out as Posey applies the tag.
Kind of a nice play by Walker also. As he realizes that he's going to be out. He sees the high throw and takes a chance. Instead of getting in the rundown, he decides, I'm going to try and slip by. And just about gets his hand in. Now, obviously, if he would have kept running the whole way, he would have been safe. But you don't know the throw is going to be high. It looks like you're going to be out easy, so your job is to now get into a rundown. You're thinking, okay, I'm going to get in a rundown, but the throw was high.
Buster Posey, MVP last year. He's really the heart and soul of this Giants team for sure. 1-1 count on Snyder. Should do it. It does, but Garrett Cole, so far through 2 innings, it is really his night.
Root Sports is brought to you by Toyota. Now's the time to go places with Toyota. Visit buyatoyota.com for special offers. and by PNC. For the achiever in you, let's go Bucks.
Well, what do you think so far?
Well, Greg, no matter what happens now tonight, I think I've been more than satisfied in a baseball way. To see this young man come out here and have this start, pitch the way he has just for 2 innings, the power fastballs, everything anybody could expect. And then for him to get up with the bases loaded, hadn't got a hit in professional baseball, and pick that moment to get it in front of the crowd and see the reaction. Crowd, his family. I mean, it's been special.
Yeah.
It's just been 2 innings.
Yep.
And you never know, what kind of careers, any young guy making his first start is going to have. But with his pedigree, his background, what we've seen so far, and his ability, could be the first night of a long and great career. Let's keep our fingers crossed.
Fly ball to right. Bob, there are people wondering about the strikeouts being down. Cole talked about how he was really trying to get quick outs.
Be efficient. I'm looking out at the scoreboard right now, and it says 35 pitches, 29 of them strikes, 6 of them for balls. That's not strikeout numbers. That means you're going after the bat. You're challenging guys. Here, put the ball in play. And when you do that, you're going to stay out of deep counts. A lot of balls are going to be put in play, especially against a team like the Giants, who, they're not swinging from their heels trying to hit home runs. They're looking at, you mentioned it, they don't strike out much.
96, 1-1 on Pence. He's done an infield single his first time up.
I don't care what his strikeouts turn out to be tonight. With his stuff, that'll come if he wants to be that type of pitcher or not.
He said they were really strapped the last few weeks down at Indianapolis. He said with rehabs and stuff, he said it was important to save the bullpen. He said, I really tried to do that as much as I possibly could. And he said, my goal tonight is to get the ball to Jason Grilli as fast as I can.
Well, he's been getting it to Russell Martin awfully fast. I know that.
Russell Martin was excited about the opportunity to catch this guy tonight. And it's the other thing that Cole said. Trust his stuff and trust Russell Martin. Nice little play on the in-between hop. 2 up, 2 down. Alvarez to Jones.
See, they come around that baseball to throw the breaking pitch. Kind of got a little bit of a 3/4 release on everything, not straight over the top. You can see that with his fastball, or the spin on it is not true straight backspin. That it's got a little sideways motion to it, which will give it, when he throws that 2-seamer, a little more movement. He'll get some sink on it. He'll get that ball to tail a little bit. A lot of guys on the right side of the infield.
Pirates certainly shift. Going the other way, and it should be a quick inning for Garrett Cole. It is.
Efficient. Throw strikes, get easy outs.
Baseball on Root Sports is brought to you by Barrel Automotive. We're driven to be better. And by Levin Furniture and the all-new Levin Mattress Stores. For a great deal on a new bed, shop Levin's. Let's go Bucks!
Tonight's Barrel Automotive League leader stat. Leaders in percent of teams' runs scored. Joey Votto has scored nearly 17%. McCutchen, 16.5. And Marte right up there. Barrel Automotive, we're driven to be better. McCutchen toward the line and left. This will be extra bases. Leadoff double on the first pitch in the bottom of the third for McCutchen. He is 1 for 2.
A curveball that Kutch able to hook down the line. Not that that Cole needs it, but if a lot of times you get a guy a nice cushion, he gets real confident and really goes after that strike zone.
Yeah, McCutchen with his 17th double. If the Pirates would give Cole a couple more runs, he really could get aggressive. You're right.
He could really fire some strikes in there.
Jones at the ball to the warning track in center, his first time up. Bucks have had their leadoff man on each of the first 3 innings. Line foul.
Thought about that as Cutchin's hitting that ball down there. I'm thinking, well, okay, well, gave him a nice lead, and the usual talking point about that is, okay, you
can relax.
You can relax. You can really get aggressive in the strike zone. Not have to worry about making perfect pitches, and well, that really doesn't apply right now, does it? Because he is about as aggressive as he can be going after those giant hitters.
Two on Jones. Did he appeal? No, says the third base umpire, Mike Michlinski. Again, Wally Bell calling the balls and strikes tonight. Marvin Hudson at first. Crew chief is Tim McClellan. Second base. There he is. Did he? Again, they check. And again, no. Jones has 3 career hits and 13 at-bats against Lincecum.
Thought maybe he might have swung that one. It was a call, I think, that went Jonesy's way.
Man of the hour.
And looking at, you can see his eyes. He's looking at the downtown skyline there for a moment. I'm just thinking about taking it all in, the situation. Here you can see in the back what he was looking at.
Another line foul. He's itching to get back out there. Maybe he's thinking about what he's going to do when he gets that bat in his hand again.
Hopefully we'll get some runners on for him.
Did he go? This time they won't appeal. 3-2. Jones 3 times has come close to swinging. .53 pitches thrown by Lincecum. Nobody out in the 3rd inning. And now he's caught looking. No, Free Shirt Friday. The Dodgers come to town. 7:05. All fans take home a Pirates t-shirt at the gates, courtesy of Allegheny Sports Medicine, and get to Federal Street before the game for a Budweiser block party featuring local live music and Meet former Pirate Bill Madlock, the Budweiser Bar. For tickets, go to Pirates.com/free shirt Friday, this Friday. Yasiel Puig and the Dodgers come to town for a 3-game series. Dodger Stadium's kind of like PNC Park a few days. Puig arrived.
Have they given it a name yet? You know, like Fernando Mania. Is there any kind of name?
I don't know. There's Manny Wood. Ramirez was on the scene.
Puig Mania doesn't really sing.
No.
I'm sure they'll get something going.
Yasiel Wood. 1-2 on Russell Martin, singled in the second. Former Dodger here, Russell Martin, who has just 2 hits now and 18 career at-bats against Lincecum. Gigantic walk-up sale tonight. There goes McCutchen for third. It's fouled out of play.
Be nice for Kutch to get over to third base. That's why he has the green light. Just 1 out.
Another check swing. Martin with 17 runs batted in. Last handful of games, was much more comfortable at the plate, maybe since backing off that plate.
You back off the plate. Gives you a little bit longer to look at the ball. You don't have to decide to swing as early. You don't have to try and catch the baseball as far out front.
Two and two. And grounded to short. McCutchen will go to third on the ground out by Martin.
But there is now 2 outs. So not much of an advantage moving them over.
Lincecum has now thrown 60 pitches, and the guy that I mentioned has won Cy Young Awards twice, but baffling how bad things were last year for him. He led the league with 15 losses at a 5.18 ERA. Very strong postseason when he was used mainly as a reliever. Alvarez, who singled to center field at the plate with 2 down.
Well, he's trying to evolve as a pitcher. So, you know, guys have to go through it and they don't throw as hard. They have to figure other ways out, you know, with control and the changing of speeds.
Dave Righetti, the pitching coach.
Righetti as a pitcher, I'm sure everybody remembers he had a great arm, great stuff. Very much a power guy.
One and two on Alvarez. 34 RBIs. He's 13 homers, 8th most in the league. Oh, somebody got a piece of him.
Yep,
it
that
did.
got him. You can hear a little double tick.
Alvarez hit by the pitch. And it's first and third for Neil Walker.
Just barely got the arm. Could definitely hear it.
Two aboard, 2 outs. Walker. He's driven in 16. One ball and 1 strike as Lincecum seems to be laboring. They work from the stretch each of the first 3 innings.
Well, when you throw as many pitches as he had and has through 2 2/3, you're laboring. Takes a lot out of you.
He's a 5.67 ERA on the road this season. He's not won a road game since April the 3rd in LA, his first start of the year. And since the start of last season, his road ERA is 6.24. That's the 4th highest in the major leagues since the start of last year. Popped up. Third baseman Arias makes the catch. The Pirates strand a couple. Through 3, it's 2-0 Pittsburgh. Debut, 22 years old, and add him to the list. So the 22-year-olds that are doing good work, the youngsters in the National League. Shelby Miller is 7-3, a 1.91 ERA. Jose Fernandez, 3-3 in ERA, just over 3. We've seen Julio Teheran and Jonathan Pettibone started against the Pirates in Philadelphia a few weeks ago. Jacob Turner, Tyler Skaggs, Michael Wacha. Wacha pitching tonight for the Cardinals.
Low ERA.
Yeah. Garrett Cole, at the age of 22, making his major league debut tonight. Hop on the Cole train. What the Pirates have done so far through 3 innings. Andres Torres.
Kind of jogging alongside of it right now, looking for the ladder to jump on.
Yep. Bounced.
Let it click out.
One away. I was just reminded that one of Russell Martin's middle names is Coltrane.
Really?
Yeah. That's a good battery. Cole and Coltrane. Quick out here to start the fourth. Brandon Crawford, broken bat, fly out in the second. Robbie Smikowski was talking to Garrett's mom, Sharon, earlier, and amongst the group was Amy Crawford, Brandon's sister. Garrett Cole dating Brandon Crawford's sister. Brandon Crawford, like Cole, a UCLA product, and 2 quick outs here in the fourth. Some of the friends and family on hand for Garrett Cole. He has a bunch of relatives who live in the Detroit area. Also has some other friends in from the East Coast, so he's got a bunch of friends and family on hand to watch his Major League debut. And so far, Bob, he's not disappointed.
No, it's just amazing the confidence that he has shown. That's what one of the things that's really stuck out at me so far.
It's hugging the line. It's a nice play by Alvarez. 1, 2, 3, and Cole's pumped up.
He's just firing strike after strike after strike. He's still thrown just 9 balls. He's missed the strike zone just 9 times.
Fired up Garrett Cole.
Up here on suite level, joined by a special guest of the Pirates and Pirates Charities. This is Teddy Horvitz from Gilda's Club of Western Pennsylvania. Before the game, Teddy, you took part in a pregame ceremony, got a check presentation on behalf of the Pirates, and you're a guest of the Pirates tonight. What's this experience like for everyone?
This is really amazing. We appreciate everything that the Pirates have done. The chairman, Bob Nutting, is incredibly generous. This is creating memories for some of our members and their children from Gilda's Club.
And Gilda's Club provides a community and charity to people whose lives are touched by cancer. If they want to become a part of it, how could they?
Anybody can walk through our red doors. It's completely free. We're down in the Strip District, and all they have to do is come and talk to one of our program staff members, and we are there to help create a welcoming community to anybody touched by any kind of cancer, whether it's men, women, children, or teens.
Well, Teddy, thanks. Enjoy the night tonight, okay?
Thank you very much.
And Greg, we have a bunch of kids here from Gilda's Club of Western PA out having a good time here in the suite as a guest of the Pirates. Say hello, everybody. Say hi, kids. Hi. There you go.
All right, Robbie, thank you very much. Barmas, a fly ball to center. On the way, here comes Garrett Cole. Let's listen.
Pitcher, Garrett Cole.
Just amazing to watch this.
It is.
You just can't believe it's happening.
You know, I keep wanting to think to myself, okay, it's 4 innings. But the fans are having so much fun with this. And as I was saying just before he got that last out, it's so quick. I was really impressed with his velocity, of course. I've heard a lot of different ranges and, saw him in spring training. And to see him throw up there at 99 a few times, I mean, that was really, I think, special for the fans, if for anybody else. But the reaction of the fans has been great. And the fact that he can throw that fastball and his breaking ball really for a strike, just one right after another, the confidence is really just kind of off the chart for him. It's so tough, I think, for young guys to come up here and think that they got to be the best that they've ever been. And, okay, I got to throw this fastball on the corner, this. And he has just gone out there and said, hey, guys, I'm Garrett Cole. Here it comes.
He drove in the 2 runs in the 2nd inning. His first major league at bat. Lincecum. 2 outs.
Greg, I met somebody in the elevator today coming up, and they were talking about Garrett, and they're so excited about seeing him. And I kind of chuckled of it, and I said, yeah, I'm excited too. Hopefully he can hit a little bit, because we need to get this offense going.
You said that?
Yeah, just kind of a, just
throwaway line.
Yeah, a little like a kind of a joking around a little bit, and he's got the only 2 runs of the night so far for either team. He knocked them in. I mean, that's just the kind of night that it's been so far.
Yeah, you said after 2 innings, regardless of what happens, it's been a great night.
Oh, yeah.
I know. Here we are. Now 4 innings. And he's been so efficient. He's retired 7 straight.
It's weird. I think about little stuff, and I just now look at him. I see him sitting down there. We saw him earlier standing. Everything is so new to him. He doesn't even have his spot yet where he sits during the game. He doesn't know exactly, okay.
Well, he stood in the 1st inning.
Yeah, this is my dugout now. This is where I'm going to be playing all my home games. Where am I going to like to sit during the game? Will I be down here by where the coaches are? Do I want to get down the other end and kind of like be by myself?
Am I going to sit over there with those guys eventually?
Oh, well, I'm sure he'll be over there when he's not pitching.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah,
but what's interesting too, Bob, is that the Pirates never said anything more about what happens after tonight intentionally. They didn't want to put any pressure on him. It's fair to say we'll see Garrett Cole pitching this weekend against the Dodgers.
It's looking like that. But, it just reminds me of thinking back to different pitchers, what they like to do. Drabeck, for instance, he liked to get way down at the other end of the dugout, away from everybody else. He had like a special bottle of water that he would drink out of, and they all have their little things. Marte goes down looking.
Pirates retired for the first time in order. 2-0 Pittsburgh. the western area of Lewis County, West Virginia. Thanks for watching and rooting for your Pittsburgh Pirates. All of us at Root Sports and the Pirates appreciate your support. Let's go Bucks. Bucks leading the Giants 2-0. It's the Garrett Cole show tonight. A crowd that I think, I'm guessing, total guess, but I would say, Bob, before Cole was announced as the starting pitcher, and on a regular Tuesday night, probably looking between 15, 17, 18,000 maybe.
Well,
my guess is
he's already proven to be a pretty good draw, hasn't he? This place is packed, and I'm sure that almost everybody will save that ticket stub, because you never know. I kind of been thinking about this for a couple of days, that you might want to be able to say, yep, here's the stub. I was there the first night he ever pitched in Pittsburgh. Now, I know that's putting the cart about 1,000 miles in front of the horse, but still, you don't know how it's going to turn out with a guy that has this kind of talent. And he may certainly turn out to be something very, very special for the Pirates. And I'm sure, Greg, you and I both were there and probably said a lot of these same things the night that Chris Benson pitched. And, through basically some injuries, that his career did not, fulfill its potential. So you never can really, there's no crystal ball. You don't know what's going to happen.
Roll up to Varmus. Lincecum is retired. That's 8 straight sent down. I know one guy that's liking this as much as anybody. Steve Blass.
Steve loves his big, strong pitchers that can go out and just take a hold of a ball game, like Steve himself could.
It's interesting tonight before the game, Clint Hurdle talked about how they were going to disregard the pitch count now, and that basically you're going to tell guys, we want you to go 7 innings. On a night they're going to forget the pitch count. Here comes the 55th pitch of the game for Cole, and it's another out. Polanco to McCutchen. How much fun must it be for guys like McCutchen to be playing behind Garrett Cole?
Oh, it's a lot of fun. I'm starting to think too about look at all the Pirate first rounders that are playing together out there. You have Cole, you got McCutchen, there's Walker at second, Pedro's over at third. Homegrown first rounders that are definitely paying off. That's how you build a franchise.
The core of the team.
And really tip my hat to the Pirates and Neil Huntington and all of his scouts that are just out constantly in the amateur leagues all around the country, looking for those draft picks. And trying to get the type of player in here that you need to build a franchise that can compete regularly.
All right, let's listen to the crowd. It's unbelievable. 10 pitches. We are back as Travis Snyder steps in against Tim Lincecum. Snyder has struck out and grounded out. Talking about players that the Pirates drafted in the first round being a part of this game tonight. Here's a former first-round pick of the Blue Jays, same year that Lincecum was drafted by the Giants. Snyder was picked 4 picks later after Lincecum. Snyder out of a high school in Washington State, and Lincecum out of the University of Washington. Dribbled foul.
Really giving Snyder a hard time with that changeup. Has already became a very important pitch to Lincecum, the changeup. Lost a little velocity.
Easy play for Torres. Saturday, game 2 of that series against the Dodgers here at PNC Park. 4:05 after the game, Fan Jam featuring Blues Traveler performing all their hits. For tickets and to learn how you can watch the show from the field, go to pirates.com/concerts. Here's McCutcheon. He's bounced out and doubled to left. Into a force play in the first inning and stole a base. Lincecum has allowed 5 hits, the Giants with 4 hits. The difference in the game is a Garrett Cole 2-run single. Now with the wild card in play, 2 wild cards, Pirates, these are kind of meaningful ball games. They're 3.5 up on the Giants in the wild card race. Not that that's where their sights are currently, but gonna knock them down a few pegs.
I agree with you, Greg. When you're playing teams either that are in your division or teams that you might be fighting for a wild card spot with, the games do take on a little more importance. Not only do you get that win, but you're giving them an L that they can't do anything about. It's going to be there. Can't erase those losses at all, and they are important. Something that's changed in baseball. It's not just in your division that you can play a game that means something for postseason. Clint's got to be thrilled right now. Looks like he's got another pretty big card to play in that starting rotation. The way Cole is making his debut. He's driving home with a little smile on his face, you would think.
I kind of got the impression he was a little extra excited even over the weekend at Wrigley Field, knowing that he was going to have this big horse coming to Pittsburgh to pitch tonight. Constantly talking to Dean Traynor, the manager down at AAA Indy, and pitching coach Tom Filer.
You were mentioning some guys that are probably really interested in this ball game, and add another guy to that list. What about Tyone? I'll bet you he's
no question about that. He tweeted something about, hey, they got rained out. The Altoona curve got rained out. He was so excited that he could watch his buddy pitch tonight. And Cole, the other night, asked him about being the #1 guy. You're the top of the rotation guy they're looking for, almost a savior. He said, well, I hope so. Me and he mentioned Tyone and the fact that Clint Hurdle said they have internal options. He said we collectively believe we're the guys that are going to turn this thing around. And he included Jameson Tyone in that.
Well, Tyone has that same type of talent that you're saying tonight from Cole. Can do the same things. You know, again, going back to building a franchise, it has to start with those great draft picks.
That is lined sharply to right, and Pence misplays it. McCutchen should score on this one. Garrett Jones into second base. McCutchen is flying to the plate. And Jones winds up at third. It's 3-0 Pirates in the fifth.
That's Scudero with a replay. See the line drive, and it's basically mishandled. I mean, it's obviously a well-hit ball, and I hope they give him a triple, but it was mishandled. No chance of throwing McCutchen out. This throw really should have gone to third base. But the throw went to nobody.
They give him a single E9, no RBI.
Okay, I can see that. I mean, as I said, it was mishandled. A lot of times they'll go for as a three-bagger, but the relay throw looked like they were trying to throw the ball straight into the Pirate dugout. He wasn't sure where he wanted to throw the ball, so he threw it exactly in between third and home.
Infield in here with Jones at third, and one out.
As you said immediately, McCutchen should score there. And you would have thought that I think it was Scudero that went out there and got that ball. He would have been thinking along those same lines. I'm not going to throw out McCutchen. I got to go to third with this ball. And he maybe had a shot, but he didn't come anywhere close to throwing it to third.
Russell Martin down swinging.
Now, watch the direction of this throw. Now, I don't know where he was throwing this ball. But
I get the impression there, Bob, like halfway, his arm's cocked, he's throwing it, and just then he realizes there's no way I'm going to get McCutchen, and he just kind of lets it go.
It just went. I don't know if he could have threw it more perfectly in between third and home.
The center fielder Blanco threw it to Scudero, and he threw it halfway between home and third. Alvarez for a 2-out hit. He's in the hole 0-1. Three runs, 6 hits for the Pirates. No runs, 4 hits for the Giants. And a shot off of Crawford. There's an RBI single for Alvarez, and it's 4-0. A 2-out base hit. 35 RBIs on the year.
Absolute bullet. Well, last time he got that hit, I mentioned if they would have shifted on him, they would have got him out. Well, they didn't shift again. Tried to hit it through the shortstop.
Brandon Crawford on the AGH cam has it come off his glove. That's going to be it for Lincecum. Bruce Bochy has to go to his bullpen here in the 5th inning. The Pirates collecting 7 hits now, and they'll look for more here in the 5th. Lincecum and get to the bullpen. Lefty Jose Mijares will face Neil Walker. Not close. Numbers for Mijares.
First batter efficiency right down to 64%.
Is that good?
No, I wouldn't think so. I think that's below where it needs to be.
Opponent's hitting 300 off him. And that ball hit well to left off the bat of Neil Walker. As a right-hand hitter. Very close to getting it out of here. Sending Torres back to the wall. Bucks now lead 4-0. Has been a storybook night through 5 innings here at PNC Park. Gerrit Cole, making his major league debut, has done it all. 4-0. Well, Bob, you wanted him to get a couple extra runs. Got the cushion so he can now get aggressive.
Yeah, he can go after the plate now.
58 pitches.
He's been all over the place. He's thrown 13 balls in 58 pitches.
All but 13 pitches have been out of the strike zone. And he didn't get a call there. Buster Posey has flied out twice. Cole has retired 10 in a row.
That one definitely was close enough that he could have got a call on it, and he'll get that one. Still throwing 95.
Another strike.
So Gerrit said he wanted to get it to Grelly as quick as he can, huh?
Yep.
What Melanson thinks of it.
Right at the knees.
There was another one, but it was inside. He is pounding it downstairs. That first pitch, you could see, was right on the very corner. Could have been called a strike. Oh, got a chase. He hasn't really had to get that hit all. But he did there.
Only his second strikeout. 11 in a row retired by Cole.
A lot of your strikeouts come out of the strike zone. I mean, they get called strikes, obviously, because they swing and miss, but you have to throw a number of these to get a lot of strikeouts. And what happens when you throw a number of those? You get deep pitch counts. You get that this total amount of pitches start to grow, and that's not his game tonight. That's his game tonight. Throw strikes, get quick outs, and that's what he's been doing.
4 hits, one of them an infield single by this man, Hunter Pence.
Oh,
that's the first one that was
there.
Yeah, out of sync.
Somebody got a wiffle ball in the game. Get that one, throw that one aside. Oh, a changeup. You don't see many duck hook changeups.
That was a pretty good pitch that was called a ball.
Yeah, that one is right there. That had a lot of the plate. Wally missed that one. Yeah.
Did he ever? And a shot up the middle.
We got a man there.
And play by Walker. And in the third. And they made the play. Garrett Jones with a pick. Beautiful play. Garrett Cole likes it. Neil Walker likes seeing Garrett Jones make the play.
Oh, a very nice play on both ends of this. And I want to point out, too, how many times in the last week have we talked about a great pick by Garrett Jones?
We've talked about it a lot. He is really becoming the pickster.
Yes, he is upped his game defensively over there quite a bit of late. He's been helping out those infielders a great deal.
Strike 196. This is an unbelievable night at PNC Park.
That ball again going up. And most of these great picks that Garrett's been making, I think, Greg, have been at the end of an above average defensive play by one of the infielders. Yeah, he's picking it, and he's picking the great time to do it.
Falling behind Brandon Belt, and that is a rarity.
That's enough for that. All right, time to take a deep breath.
Now maybe slow it down a bit.
Yep,
he was really going
He's
quick.
going to take a little walk now. He's going to go back and think about this.
Behind the mound.
Okay. Perfect. Now we're ready.
Grounded right to Garrett Jones. He's going to toss to Cole, and it's another 1-2-3 inning. Garrett Cole has retired 13 in a row.
Well, yeah, I think he does kind of have that the demeanor of a Roger Clemens. I'll give you that. He's not showing the breaking stuff of a Roger Clemens at this point, but he hasn't had to. I think he might have that stuff, and we're just not seeing it yet. But as far as his confidence, his demeanor, the way he is carrying himself, yeah, that would be a good one. Although I got to go Pac-10 though. I got to go Tom Seaver.
It's just been so impressive in so many ways. I know, Katie, if you ask Clint Hurdle that Twitter question, he would roll his eyes. He can't stand those comparisons. But it's inevitable. It's kind of what we do. To center field, lines out to Blanco. Drove in 2 runs with a base hit to right center field. Lines out to center. This crowd loving this night.
I think he was trying not to smile there. Looked like.
I was reading something recently about Cole. What he said, I just like to beat everybody. Kick somebody's rear, really. That's what I like doing. That's what I'm good at.
Well, that his demeanor, that's Roger Clemens like, don't you think?
Yeah.
Would that be something you would have thought that Roger would have said years ago?
No doubt.
Maybe even say today?
Sure is former teammates at Indy watching tonight, enjoying this as much as we are. Also read where when he joined Indianapolis last season, toward the end of the year, they had their first kangaroo court, and the first infraction was Cole's. They got him for his $4 million signing bonus, and the fine was $10. Manager Dean Traynor said the maximum fine normally $5, but we doubled it for him.
That's understandable. When you have a kangaroo court too, as a rookie, as soon as you get called up, it's an automatic fine just for showing up.
That's driven deep to left. Enough, yes! Clear the deck. A Marte cannonball coming. Been a while since we've had a Marte parte. His first home run since May the 5th. And it's 5-0. Number 6 for Starling Marte.
Right down the middle. Kind of a line drive type home run. Didn't take long to get out of here. There's going to be a lot of good feeling with the players, everybody, the fans leaving here tonight. A lot of great stuff.
Marte, line drive home run gives the Pirates a 5-0 lead. The reaction from the pitcher Jose Mijares.
Glove took a couple of good punches.
Strikes out the left-hand hitter Snyder, but Marte adds to the lead. Gerrit Cole comes out for the 7th.
Root Sports is brought to you by 5-Hour Energy Shots and by Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Let's go Bucks!
Our Day Automotive, this day in Pirates history. On this day in 1968, the 7 Pirates record multiple hits, including Roberto Clemente, who had a homer, Bill Mazeroski, 3 RBIs. Pirates beat San Francisco 7-4. Willie McCovey for the Giants had a home run off Buccos starter Steve Blass. Ron Klein relieved Blass. Ended up with the win thanks to Day Automotive. We're going to make your day. Starling Marte, the home run moments ago. And now back to work, Garrett Cole. He's retired 13 in a row. Andres Torres has one of the hits against him. And it's ball 1. 98.
Well, that one looked like it had the inside corner.
Not getting close pitches here.
Well, the thing that I'm getting out of this, even when he's missing, it's just barely. There have not been too many times where he's missed by much. There's where that first pitch was. You can see it
was a strike.
Could have been called a strike, yeah.
It should have been. 2-1.
I can't say that. Wally and I are buddies.
I like Wally Bell, but
well, apparently not.
there's a base hit to right.
Pointing out his mistakes.
No, I make mistakes too.
And I point them out.
I know it.
I'm waiting for another one to pounce.
Well, with that hit, somebody get a call from the bullpen? Not yet.
No, not yet. We finished 7 here.
Brandon Crawford has flied out and bounced to short.
97. He's getting tired, isn't he? Melanson, he does this every now and then. He'll get up early in a game, just kind of throw without a baseball.
Oh, 0-1 on Crawford. And a flare just over the outstretched glove of Barmes. Back-to-back leadoff singles. First time that has happened tonight off of Cole.
There it is. Just got it up high enough. Not exactly giving up a lot of bullets tonight. Did some soft hits.
There's Joaquin Arias.
We need to get a double play action going.
First trip to the mound tonight for Ray Surridge. Cole's pitch count high this season, twice through 97 pitches. April 27th and May the 9th. And again on May the 25th. Last time out 6 days ago for Indy through 95 pitches. And indeed the bullpen has been activated. Someone is now loosening for the Pirates. Tony Watson.
Well, we just got to get a double play ball. We know that Cole has a 2-seam fastball. Pretty darn good slider too. That's a couple of pitches that you can use to get that ball put on the ground.
6 singles allowed. At one point retired 13 straight before the Torres leadoff hit here in the 7th. Brandon Crawford just over the outstretched glove of Clint Barmes. Chop toward third.
There it is. Come on.
1.
Almost. It was just hit too slowly. That ball chopped. Didn't get down to Pedro quick enough. Good turn by Walker. There's that 2-seam fastball. Great look at it with the AGH camera. That's what you want to throw. Get that ground ball, and there it is. But it was just pounded straight down into the dirt, so it took that big first hop, and that takes time.
Tony Abreu, a switch hitter, will bat for Mijares, the pitcher, who relieved Lincecum. On deck is a left-hand hitter, Gregor Blanco. And pretty safe bet, knowing Clint Hurdle, as we do, though he can surprise us, that if Cole does not get Abreu, then he would go to Watson. That's why Watson's loosening anyway, to face the left-hand hitter. You have to think if he gets Abreu, he'll keep Cole in there.
Well, I'm rooting for him to get him.
Man, this will spoil a shutout bid. Makes it 5-1.
And that might make it the end of the night.
Pinch hit double for Abreu. And we will watch Clint Hurdle closely, and this crowd should give Garrett Cole some kind of ovation. And here comes Clint Hurdle, and after you see this, we will be quiet and listen to this crowd. Run so far, and two men in scoring position, so Tony Watson will try and strand them. Now a pinch hitter for the left-handed hitter Blanco is Brett Hill. Hill hitting 160. Pop-up. Be out of play.
Nothing Cole can do now, just has to look on. Feel great about his start. I hope that Tony Watson can get a pop-up here or a strikeout.
Ground ball. Oh, what a play by Alvarez. That's one of the best he's made. Run scores. A fabulous play by Alvarez.
The great infield defense we saw in Chicago certainly is carried on tonight. looked like Pedro probably would have had an out at second base. He takes a look that way, but then, you know, thinking, okay, got a big lead, get the sure out. Don't take a chance right now. So he got the out over at first. Jonesy didn't have to make a pick that time.
Scudero, one of the 7 hits against Cole. In line, foul. Tony Abreu, the pinch hit double, goes back to second.
Well, Tony Watson's strength is throwing fastballs inside the right-hand hitters, and it just looks like the way Scudero stands up there that would be where you would want to go with your fastball at him. That's where he went. I was about to say, the way right about how he holds his hands, that's where you want to go, and not quite that far inside. Scudero got it back of the left hand, it looks like. Oh, he is hurting. That is not good.
I don't know if I just saw him mouth broken. Hard to be sure. It almost looked like he said broken. 37-year-old Marco Scudero, who was the National League Championship Series MVP last year.
You see that happen a lot. Guys get hit in the back of that left hand. That's where they'll get one of those little bones back there cracked. You know, it didn't really look like it got the back of the hand, though. It looked like it got kind of the side of the hand.
Where they have had their fair share of injuries. Most recently today, Pablo Sandoval went on the DL. Obviously, he's out of the game, and pinch hitter Juan Perez. And that is going to be it for Tony Watson. Buster Posey coming to the plate, a right-hand hitter. That hurdle will go to a right-hander in the bullpen. Giants have a couple of men on with 2 outs in the 7th.
Pittsburgh Pirates and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Pittsburgh Pirates.
Well, the bullpen called into action and needing to get some outs here for Garrett Cole to get a W. The lead is 3. And Buster Posey representing the potential tying run, and Marco Scudero will head to the clubhouse. Vin Mazzaro trying to get Buster Posey.
Yeah, go get an X-ray of that one.
Strike one. Posey 0 for 3 tonight. 35 RBIs on the year. Backhand pick. Wednesday in Atlanta, Mazzaro gave up back-to-back home runs to Evan Gattis and Gerald Laird. But as Clint Hurdle would later point out, Mazzaro was used a lot and was pitching very well. Grounded to the shortstop. Well done by Vin Mazzaro, getting Buster Posey to ground to short to put an end to the 7th inning. I'm going to keep it here, or take me out to the ball game as Garrett Cole hits the congratulations.
Smiley Cookie, and join everyone watching at home on Root Sports as we sing "Take Me Out to the Ball Game."
Good stuff, pitch to contact. I think that's the thing that, you know, I look at every time there's a young guy goes out there. Is he going to be afraid of the bat? Is he going to be confident in his stuff and go after the strike zone? And I think you know, you'll watch the way that Cole pitched the entire game. I mean, he is the perfect example of a guy just over the top with confidence, going right at the strike zone and saying, "Hey guys, you know, I'm good. I can pitch up here. I got dominating stuff, and you're going to have to beat me with the bat." He went right after him and had a ton of success. Even the hits he gave up tonight, you know, I'd say about half of them kind of soft type hits that, you know, could easily go as outs. It's just a great ball game. When he wanted to throw a two-seamer and got a ground ball, he was able to do that. I can't think of anything that you could pick at tonight.
Well, here is a situation here where we see the new center fielder Perez, who pinch ran for Scudero, try to dive on a ball. I don't think he needed to. I think if he just keeps running in, he makes the catch, but the dive costs him a chance to make the catch. And they will give McCutchen a base hit on the liner to center. Contos, new pitcher, facing Garrett Jones. McCutchen on base for the third straight time.
Catcher's got one steal tonight.
Oh, looked like he wanted to go. Here's the hit again, in case you missed it, because we understand we had a little transmission problem there. Line drive. Watch the center fielder come in and then dive.
Yeah, you're right, Greg. It looked like he was going to catch that ball about belt high.
Almost hit him in the head.
He's going to catch it belt high. If he doesn't get a glove on it, it probably hits him maybe where it says Fran in San Fran.
A lot of outfielders these days, that's kind of their MO. Three balls, no strikes. Pirates lead 5-2, have out-hit the Giants now 9-7. And there goes McCutchen on a 3-0 pitch. On a 4-pitch walk. A hit and a walk. 2 on, nobody out for Russell Martin. Facing a former battery mate, George Contos. The Yankees in 2011, almost a Pirate several years ago. And the Bucks traded Xavier Nady to the Yankees and got a handful of players. Initially, George Contos was involved in that package. They reworked the deal. Contos stayed with New York. 0-1 on Russell Martin.
I think that was a sacrifice, Nick.
I don't know.
Or was he thinking about button for a base hit? Yeah,
he's squaring there, wasn't he?
Yeah, he's squaring early. It's definitely a sign for a sacrifice.
The first baseman Belt is in on the grass. Third baseman Arias even at third. Maybe a step back. Not bunting here. That was interesting. You should think that's Martin doing this on his own then, huh?
No, I think he had to sacrifice. If he was going to, just try and one of those, I'm going to bunt for a base hit, and if they throw me out, I'll get the runners over. And if it was one of those things, then he wouldn't have been squaring around so early.
Two and one.
I saw him start to run his hand up the bat that time. The sacrifice might be back on again.
We're going to be joined by Garrett Cole here after this pitch to Russell Martin. Two-one. And headed up the middle and off the glove of the second baseman. So McCutchen will score. Jones headed to third. He's going to be out there. Martin to second. Pirates lead 6-2.
As this ball's going up the middle, and it'll hold your breath a little bit, as they could have turned this into a double play if the ball would have been handled correctly.
Jones thrown out at third. Martin goes to second on the throw. It's the RBI. A couple of balls hit here in this inning by the Pirates off gloves. The new defenders, Perez in center and Abreu at second. Not in the starting lineup originally.
I thought maybe Abreu kind of lost his footing when that ball was first hit.
Let's bring Garrett Cole in here first. Garrett, thanks so much for being with us. And is there any way to put into words about this night?
Probably not. It's been very exciting so far, but hopefully we can close it out.
Garrett, you were incredibly aggressive going after the strike zone. It looked like that obviously was what you planned on doing, just going after these hitters.
High drive to right center field. Clear the deck. Cannonball coming. The big bull just adds to the night with a 2-run bomb. That's number 14. And it's 8-2 Pirates in the 7th.
A little frosting on the cake with that long drive. A lot of happy folks going home tonight.
Garrett, did you get a chance to see that one?
Yeah, I did. I'm watching it on the TV over here.
What do you think?
That was a bomb. What a great swing.
Now watch this ball sail well out of this ballpark, and I want to talk about the first couple runs that were scored tonight. That had to be pretty special for you, being able to get up there and get your first knock and make it count the way it was, and then the reaction of the fans. That was something special.
Yeah, that was definitely a lot of fun. I was really just trying not to ground out into a double play so that the ending would end. So I was either going to strike out or try and drive it.
Back to what I was trying to mention there when that home run went over the fence by Pedro. Your confidence at going over the hitters was just off the chart, the way you were just going right after them.
I mean, that's really Russ and the way he calls a game, and where he sets up. I just try to split the knees, and I had some location tonight. I could have been a lot better, but fortunately we scored some runs and played some defense, so that really picked me up.
You were really relying early in the game, I thought, on your fastball. Was that the pitch that you thought, okay, I'm just going to go out and establish that?
Yeah, because it gets me the quick outs, and it sets up all my other stuff. I'm just trying to stay aggressive with them and just get ahead.
Your mom, we talked to her, Robbie and Spakowski, had a chance to talk to her in the stands. I know you'll get a chance to review this sometime down. It was a spectacular moment, though. You got the hit, her reaction, your friends and family. You just can't put into words again the night you've had.
Yeah, I mean, it was definitely a thrill for sure. She always tells me that she thinks I could have hit up here, and I told her she's crazy. But, I really just got lucky there.
I think she's right.
I seriously don't think so, but, it was good. It came at the right time.
Hey, Garrett, finally, what about the crowd reaction, though? It was electric, wasn't it?
Yeah, it really was. I struck out Blanco on the first batter of the game, and I really couldn't feel my body after that. That was unbelievable.
Well, unbelievable describes this night. Garrett, thanks so much. Congratulations.
Thanks, guys.
Garrett Cole, just phenomenal. We talked about a script. You could not possibly have written this one.
No,
it's impossible.
Throwing basically 100 miles an hour in that first inning that kind of set the tone. Being incredibly aggressive in the strike zone, throwing almost every pitch, right there for the hitters to hit and say, "Here, I'm challenging you." And then to get up there and your first big league at bat, knock in a couple of runs. It truly, truly was amazing. And with all the hype before the game,
I mean, he single-handedly has put in how many thousands of people in this ballpark? He brought them here.
Yeah.
This one guy. We still don't have a count yet because the walk-up sales through the roof. So they're having, this is unusual to try and count them all. But because he pitches tonight, the majority of the people are here. They're on the rotunda. And he performs like he did tonight.
Well, there's a lot of folks here in Pittsburgh definitely saying this is going to be the year, and it's just another pointer in that direction that you call up one of your main cards you have to play out of the minor leagues, and he gets a start like this. It's awfully special.
8-2 after the home run by Alvarez, his 14th. He has 3 more RBIs now on the night, 37 on the season for Alvarez, giving the Pirates a 6-run lead. And that was a blast.
Aren't all of his home runs kind of like that?
High towering drive
that clear the fence by 40, 50 feet.
Barmas down on strikes.
It's kind of interesting there with Pedro hitting the home run. It was kind of, okay, that's nice. Now
let's get back to the main attraction.
Yeah, it's a kind of night it's been. It's just there's too many great things happening right now to really give each one of them their due.
Since June of last year, June 11th, he has hit more homers than any player in the National League. Brandon Inge bats for Mazzaro. A couple of those quotes, by the way, from Garrett Cole. I could have done better.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Well, the could have done better was it, talking about his control too, which is
better.
I'm like, well, through the first 4 innings, I think he threw only 9 balls. Like, wow. But that's great attitude. Don't ever be satisfied. Why be satisfied?
And I like the fact that his mom said that you can hit in the National League. You can hit in the big leagues.
I agree. What makes you really think that just from being that first at bat and hit? We're not talking about hitting 300. We're talking about being a good hitting pitcher.
Right.
Was that first at bat? Remember the 2 pitches he laid off, the slider and the changeup, with 2 strikes on him, and then he got a fastball up and was able to get it put in play. And when you do that, you'll find a hole sometimes, and he punched it right out there into right center.
Really, each of his 3 at bats weren't necessarily easy outs. There was the kind of a hard comebacker to Lincecum he stabbed, and the line out in the 6th inning off the lefty Maharis. Let's put it this way: he got up there in those 3 at bats. It didn't look like that those were his first 3 at bats in the big leagues.
Yeah. We're trying to judge all kinds of different things on such a small, a little sample size. But seeing him go up there for 3 times, I'm going to say, yeah, he's going to be a decent hitter for a pitcher.
Inge goes down swinging. For the Pirates, 3 runs. Russell Martin a single, and then Martin trotted home when Alvarez clubbed his 14th home run of the season.
you know, he's a great candidate for the ban the DH campaign, and his mom might make a great campaign manager. She's got a good eye for hitting talent.
She sure does. Gabby Sanchez takes over at first base. New pitcher is Brian Morris. Bucks leading by 6. So an opportunity maybe to give Melanson the night off. But and Grilly, but
he should be kind of fresh,
he doesn't like going too long without, certainly without throwing Grilly. He says he wants to get Grilly in after 2 days off, maybe 3 at the most, and Grilly hasn't pitched since Friday. I would be surprised to see Grilly pitch tonight. Keep him sharp. It's a fine line, isn't it? You want to give these guys rest, but at the same time, not too much.
Well, the thing too is if you put Grilly out there, and then you know what happens when you need him the next 2 nights in a row. Right? So it is hard. It's hard to make those decisions.
Dribbler. So Martin throws out Pence. It's a nice little play there by the veteran catcher. Now let's go down to Robbie Innsmikowski.
Well, Brian Morris today was our guest on Pirates pregame for Twitter Tuesday, and one of the questions he was asked was from Jonathan Casello, who asked Brian, is there a big difference in the food from the minors to the big leagues?
Yeah, when we're in the minor leagues, we call it PB&J minor league steak, so there's a difference. You can still get your peanut butter and jelly here in the big leagues too, but the food's a little bit better up here than it is in the minor leagues.
And Greg and Bob, I think the peanut butter and jelly taste a little bit better here on the big leagues on the charter airplanes as well.
No, I think everything is better, Robbie, right?
Oh, the food definitely for the players is it's off the charts nowadays. Normally you'll have like a chef in there basically cooking for you. So it is one of the major perks of a big league player over in the minor leagues. Minor leagues, a great spread is a nice pepperoni pizza. But you get some great meals lunchtime, before the game, and after the game.
Even the popcorn's better in the major leagues.
Tremendous kitchen down in the clubhouse. Even in Bradenton, there's a great kitchen down there.
Rivertown Hall of Fame club in left field has great food. You don't need a special ticket. Just the game day ticket will do you. 3-1 on Brandon Belt. Another former first-round pick is on the mound. Brian Morris, drafted by the Los Angeles Dodgers in the first round 7 years ago. And a full count on Belt. With 1 down in the top of the 8th inning on a magical night in Pittsburgh. A night that you will long remember years down the road. Still 3-2 on Belt. Morris's former club that drafted him, the Dodgers, coming to town for a 3-game series starting Friday night. Good battle there, and Morris wins it. MLB.com at bat is the #1 source for live baseball everywhere you go. Available for iPhone, iPad, Android, and BlackBerry 10. At Bat delivers Pirates baseball with live audio, pitch tracking, stats, news, highlights, and more. Text at bat to 31826 or visit Pirates.com for details. 30,614. The paid attendance tonight. Look out. Oh, my word. Oh, rifled into the seats. Fortunate. Everybody all right?
It was a 94-mile-an-hour fastball that Torres pulled that far foul.
So therefore, Bob, you're Brian Morris.
Well, I don't know what Brian would throw it, but I would throw it. Well, I wouldn't have this problem. I didn't throw a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
But your point is well taken.
You throw an off-speed pitch. Somebody that, anytime you see somebody pull a fastball that far foul, you got to go off-speed. You can do it. Curveball, change-up, splitter, whatever.
Went back with another and struck him out. 1-2-3 for Brian Morris. Big night of the Bird. A baseball night. 8-2 Pirates. Lead a furious comeback. Pens defeat the Blackhawks Game 1 of the '92 Stanley Cup Finals. Here, exclusive interviews from Ron Francis, Larry Murphy, Scotty Bowman, Troy Loney, Sean McEachran, and Yuri Redina. While you relive this memorable game, Sunday Night Classics. Pens come back at the Igloo, Sunday at 8 on Root Sports. And a classic night tonight. We said truly unforgettable. And not that we have ever had doubts about this being a great baseball town, as good as any in the country. 30,614 come out tonight. Guillermo Quiros is now catching. And the walk-up probably close to record numbers, I would think. 30,614.
Just to see a young rookie pitcher that everybody's heard about, but want to come out and see him in person. See how big he is.
Yeah. Bigger than life, Garrett Cole. Look at that. On a night, under normal circumstances, Tuesday night, I'm guessing that between maybe 15, 17, maybe 18. Whoa. And there's a warning. Throw behind Starling Marte. Pretty obvious. Marte, who homered in the 6th inning off Mijares. And George Cantos just got a warning from Wally Bell.
I can see why.
2-2.
Marte a little over anxious for some revenge.
Yeah.
He wanted to hammer that one somewhere. It was hunting fastball. Got that breaking pitch.
Fouls that one back sharply. Marte has walked, bounced into a forced play, struck out, and homered, his 6th of the year. That home run gave the Pirates a 5-0 lead. Santos gets the strikeout. This Sunday, Pirates and Dodgers, 1:35. Bob, you're going to have to help
All
me out on
kids
that
and dads take home a replica Sunday alternate cab thanks to the Trip Total Media. Come early for the #1 Cochran Family Fun Zone on Federal Street and stay after the game when all youngsters are invited to run the bases. Spend your Father's Day at PNC Park. Go to Pirates.com for tickets.
I'm sorry, I just wanted you to.
That's all right, Greg.
Feel part of the show.
Okay, you got me.
Base hit for Snyder.
I'm used to having to warm up in a hurry sometimes.
Yeah.
Relief job.
The hit. What about your major league debut? Do you remember that one?
It wasn't as nice as this one.
Well, there are very few that are, but.
Yeah, I've talked a little bit about it before. It didn't go all that great. We won the game, but not because of me. Oh, the excitement was incredible. Think about 50 grand or so at the stadium that night.
Which stadium?
Veterans Stadium.
Tight one there.
That place held a lot back then. That was before they didn't have those sky boxes. Remember that they put in?
Yep.
So it was pretty close to jammed. It was back in the heyday of the Philly Pirate Wars. In fact, I think there was even a bases clearing brawl that night.
Oh, nice. Against the Pirates, huh?
Yeah.
Well, when word got out in Philadelphia that Bob Walk was going to make the start, a walk-up of 20,000.
No, I think it was Memorial Day. I think that's why there were so many people there. And the Pirates, who were the defending champions.
Yep.
Yeah, they were always a big draw.
Wow. And that's going to be it. He's gone. And so is Bruce Bochy. Santos is ejected, and so is Bruce Bochy. Wally Bell warned the bench earlier.
You know, if you're going to give a warning, then you almost have to do this. Fastball. You don't have much choice. I don't really believe Santos is trying to hit anybody there. It was a two-seamer. It had a tail on it and ran in, and so that's it. You're out. Gone.
But is it? It's automatic when you hit a guy after you warn both benches?
No, it's not automatic, but I think that, you know, when you hit somebody right away afterwards with a fastball like that.
But it's Bell's Bell's saying it's his mind, right? He determines that.
Yeah, I mean, now if he would have, you know, if there would have been like a curveball or something like that, you know, it's up to the umpire to kind of use his judgment a little bit. But I mean, how is he going? If he doesn't throw him out right there, how is he going to justify giving a warning?
Yeah, I thought it was interesting that Santos almost immediately started walking off the mound, which makes me think, well, there's no argument. We'll be back. Ron Wotus, bench coach, takes over as the manager, and we'll have a new pitcher coming on. 8-2 Bucks. The pitcher is Ramon Ramirez. Gabby Sanchez first at bat. 1 out. He takes over for George Contos, who was ejected.
Well, that's pretty good first batter efficiency, Bricks. 75%. 3 out of 4.
Now, how many? So, in general, 70% good, 70 and higher.
70 is okay.
Yeah.
But you get up to 75. Now you're not doing, too bad. You're getting 3 out of 4. I think to be considered elite, 85% or higher.
And 1-2 the count. Whereas his contract purchased from AAA Fresno May 29th. Still 1-2. Sanchez is first at bat. Coming on defensively for Garrett Jones. Jones 1 for 3. Plus a walk. Time is called. 1-2 on Sanchez. Russell Martin on deck. Pirates have out hit the Giants 12-7. They lead 8-2. Hard shot off the glove of the second baseman, but what a recovery by Abreu to turn it into a double play. Looked like was going to be a shot into right field after it kicked off his glove. Quick work. Fabulous shots from the AGH cam. 8-2 Bucks. Garrett Cole's debut night. Really couldn't have gone better. Brian Morris looks for the last 3 outs. Andrew McCutcheon out to center field talking to crew chief Tim McClellan. What do you think, Bob? Is he possibly saying, I don't think he's trying to hit you?
I have no idea what he might have been talking about right there. I mean, I don't think he's trying to hit anybody, that's for sure.
Looked as though that was McCutcheon saying the same thing. Brandon Crawford.
I mean, that's a lot of fans, hitters. They like to think that there are more guys I think get thrown at than really do. To be honest with you, I've sat that dugout many times where hitters are always complaining about getting thrown inside. They're throwing at me. Nobody's throwing anybody. We see all the time how wild guys are. Balls, missing one way or another way 2 feet. If you're trying to throw a ball on the inside corner and you miss 2 feet, you hit them in the backside. And I think that's what happened there. Now, I'm not sure about that pitch now that went behind Marte. I would say that looked pretty suspicious, and I can understand exactly why Wally Bell did what he did. Because Marte hit that home run, and now he gets one thrown behind him. But I don't think the one that hit McCutcheon was any more than a two-seam fastball that had a tail on it that ran way in. He's a little wild, and he missed his spot. But I say this a lot of times too. When you're throwing inside and you hit people on accident, well, so what? It was an accident. You still have to pay the price sometimes. It doesn't matter at certain stages whether it was an accident or not.
For example, Tony Watson hitting Scudero in the 7th inning.
Well, that definitely was a situation. He's trying to throw a fastball in on his hands, and it hit him in the hand. Now, from where he's trying to throw that ball to where it ended up might be, what, 8-9 inches? Well, guys miss by twice that sometimes. But again, if you try to throw the ball inside and you miss in and you hit somebody, sometimes you have to pay the price, or one of your teammates has to pay the price.
Garrett Cole went 6 1/3, 2 runs, no walks. Ground ball to the right side. 1 up and 1 down. Go to the Nissan road ahead for the Pirates. And it's a couple of lefties, veterans. Francisco Liriano for Pittsburgh, Barry Zito for the Giants. Game 2 of this 3-game series. Liriano has been outstanding. Zito has been better in the last year plus.
Wouldn't want Liriano throwing in it. As we have seen, he still possesses a real strong fastball. Zito not so much. Liriano's been throwing his fastball up in the mid-90s just about every time he's been out since coming off the DL. Racking up the strikeouts.
Brian Morris looking for 2 more outs to continue a tremendous string. He's not given up a hit in his last 5 outings. And now covering 10 1/3 innings. Part of the Shark Tank. Brian Morris. Pop up for a hit. Didn't know whether I should say it or not. Well, that's part of, I mean, it's a no-hitter of sorts.
Yeah.
It's not a single night no-hitter. It's over a long stretch of games. So I guess
how many innings do he have?
10 1/3.
Oh, he's already past 9. It doesn't matter. If he would have had 8 2/3, I would have said, well, you probably should have kept that one to yourself. Right. Once you get past 9, well, now it's just a little extra gravy. That's all right. I mean, you got to mention it at some point, don't you?
I think.
That's your job. That's what they pay you for. That and read promos.
Well, you get paid for that too.
No, I give him a freebie tonight.
No freebies from that guy. Garrett Cole.
The only time I have to read promos is extra innings.
Oh.
I get to talk about Jack Links. Oh, come on, this is not Philadelphia. We don't boo the ball game. I heard some boos, but you
I know. I don't
mishandled that.
I'm sure if that's Lindsay Littler over there.
It's a tough little hop. It kind of came up on her a little. Got around the glove.
She and Zoe Hughes and Leanne Abbott were the ball girls tonight. 2 outs to get here. Really haven't been all that busy tonight. Strikeout for Brian Morris. That's his 3rd against Abreu. Now 1 more out to go. Now Nick Noonan will pinch hit.
Definitely one of the more satisfying victories here at home this year. What do you think they'll be talking about around the water cooler tomorrow?
I wonder. Crowd of over 30,000 watching Garrett Cole's debut. He collected a 2-run single in his first major league at bat. Starling Marte, Pedro Alvarez with home runs. A 3-hit night for Alvarez. 0-2 on Noonan.
Some pretty good results with that breaking ball. He's getting all kinds of chases on it. He's thrown 28 pitches and he's only missed 28 pitches, 20 strikes. It's been a theme tonight. Pirate pitchers. Be aggressive right after those hitters.
Wow, what a finish. Raise the Jolly Roger on Garrett Cole's debut night.
Another piece to the puzzle, perhaps, has been placed on the board. A fantastic night for all Pirate fans, and especially that young man.
Great win for the Pirates, and again over 30,000 on hand to see Cole make his debut. He stole the show. The offense added on. His 2-run single got the Bucks going in the second. 6 1/3, very impressive innings to begin his major league career.
Somebody better find a cream pie here.
Probably so.
Or maybe a Gatorade.
Yeah, I'll find something, right? What a night. Lots to talk about. Let's send it back out to Robin T.
Greg and Bob, thanks very much. And Teak, everyone was in.